Cannes Lions 2018, we've been talking to a lot of brands here in the south of France, and one of the things we've been talking about has been the 1 year anniversary of the Unstereotype Alliance. One of the founding partners, of course, was Mars. I'm pleased to be able to talk to global CMO Andrew Clarke. Where are we a year down the line, Andrew?
Significant progress, I would say. So we're looking forward to the anniversary session on Friday this week in Cannes. As a business, we've moved significantly on our gender diversity. We're 42% of our managers now are female in the business. Very significantly from an advertising point of view, we've really pushed the boundaries. Our Maltesers campaign is a great example of diversity, not just female diversity, but diversity across, in this case, disability, which we're very proud of, multi-award winning, as you know.
Last year when we were having these discussions, it was about advertising and how diversity was going to be more equal, if you like. Why do you think in the past year it's been more about what the networks are doing and what you're doing and diversity in all parts of business?
I think crucially it's about how businesses do business. Mars is a principal business. It starts with us, starts with the way we do business. And then we have a big ability with our global reach and our partnerships to influence our partners to then drive change. So to give you some data points, from a female diversity point of view, 42% of our managers globally are female. So we're making good progress there, more work to do. And then with our agency partners, really making sure we're influencing the number of female creatives, the female directors, and holding those guys to account to really influence the whole industry.
Briefly, how far have you got to go?
As an industry, a long way, but it's good progress.
You're also making big announcements here this year. What's going on?
So I'm delighted to announce this week in Cannes, the Lions Share Initiative. So Mars will be a founding partner along with the UNDP, and this initiative is about animals in advertising. So in advertising over the last 150 years, animals have always featured. About 20% of adverts actually feature an animal. So wouldn't it be great if we put a small amount of the media spend behind each advert that features an animal into a fund administered by the UNDP to make a real difference for wildlife, for habitats, for biodiversity in the world. So we're very proud to do that. It's a great example of a principle-based approach like we are as a business, and we're really looking for other big advertisers, all advertisers in the world, to join forces with us. So this is very much an industry issue. We're delighted to say we've got David Attenborough on board as a global ambassador. So we look forward to ideally raising around $100 million a year in 3 years' time, and then putting that money into real conservation of wildlife, habitats, and also pets and abandoned pets.
We seem to have a bit of a movement developing in terms of creativity for good. There are these SDG Lions, if you like.
Yeah.
Why do you think we're going through this process?
I think purpose is critical. Done in the right way. It needs to be authentic. It needs to be online with the brands, in line with the corporation itself. But if we get that right, it absolutely resonates with today's consumers. And there's multiple examples of that. There's multiple evidence points as well. So if you look at YouTube and unruly data, brands that have a purpose are viewed around 30% more than brands that don't have a purpose. We're seeing that translate into sales as well. So great example for us is Pedigree Feed the Good, where we've got that brilliant global platform now which we can innovate around, and that's really doing a great piece of work for us, not just for the brand but also for homeless dogs. 200 million homeless dogs in the world, so we can make a real significant impact, and that's resonating with all consumers, but particularly the millennials and Generation Z. So going forward, I think that's significant. Secondly, I would say as big corporations, we have a responsibility in the world, and I think increasingly consumers are looking for us to take a stand on that. Maybe governments are not always doing that, but as big organisations, we can make a difference and make a stand. So that's our philosophy. It's very much aligned with the way we look at business. Our Sustainable in a Generation campaign, which is a $1 billion investment over the next number of years, and that signals, I think, a change in direction for Mars, being much more public about these things, but also really leading the industry.
Hello, I'm James Wright. Thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. To check out more online videos, just click on the boxes, and don't forget to subscribe to the CNBC Life channel at the bottom of the screen.